Well, Laufey asks the person, what happened in Steele's day today?
Okay, very fair. So, most of y'all know, and if you don't know, I have been assessed, diagnosed. They shouldn't really use the word diagnosed, but I've been assessed as being on the autistic spectrum. We've known that for months now. I met with a psychiatrist today to kind of narrow down exactly where on the spectrum I lie, and I'm going to be meeting with him over the next couple of months to kind of work out ways that I can kind of deal with the troubles I come up with, you know, due to autism, you know, just the social functionality, as well as Teal as my wife on ways that she as my spouse can kind of help. So yeah, it was a very, very good meeting with him. He understands exactly how to work with adults with autism, which is rare. There's no one else in this entire city who was able to help me. And I made the appointment back in May to meet with him, and he was finally able to meet me today. Laffy said only months. Okay. We've known my entire life that something is a little odd about me. It's not, I shouldn't say wrong, but off.
Yeah.
But about the end of December, beginning of January is when we officially okay, we went through what was necessary to go, Steele's on the spectrum. You know, and I haven't really talked about it much because I wanted more information, and you know, because it's nervous making, anxious making. It's not something I like to talk about, but I feel comfortable now talking about it in front of you guys because you all are my community and I trust you all. Nerve-wracking. Thank you, Laufey. It is nerve-wracking. So I would say the beginning of the year is when we pegged it down as an actual thing. And then I've been working, trying to get someone to sit down and actually nail down where on the spectrum I am. And I'm in the high functioning range. I mean, I think we all knew that. But, you know, he was able to kind of start nailing it down. So now that this guy has been able to, the psychiatrist has been able to kind of do that, he's going to start working with us, and me specifically, but us as well, on how to just get through some of the things that are very hard for me to get through. You know, you guys don't see what happens with me behind the scenes a lot. I mean, there are times that I get a little frustrated and stuff, and I'm sure you guys have seen that. I know anyone who's close to me has seen that, but there's a lot of times that I'm streaming and it's really difficult. Like, you're not seeing Steele in real life actually struggling with stuff because you just see my avatar and you hear my voice. And I've practiced for decades on working through these social mores, you know, and interacting with people. And, you know, there are some people in this community who I've talked to, and they said, I never would have pegged you as being on the spectrum. And it's because I'm so good at just faking it, you know, just kind of being this way. But it takes a lot of energy, and it's actually really exhausted me. And I kind of want to learn how to be me without being unsocial, antisocial. You know? So it was a very fruitful day for me. And, you know, I finally feel comfortable talking with you guys and actually letting you know that's how I am. But to me, it's a positive. It's a positive. And I'm going to be meeting with this guy over the course of the next few months. And we're going to do this. So.
And then I think after a few months, I'll be brought in. Because I'm his closest support network. I'm with him, you know, 24/7. So it's important for me to learn with you on how to support you and how what all I need to be doing. Because I know there's stuff that I should be doing as well, and I don't know. So it'll be good to get some coaching, I think.
Exactly.
On this,
You know, because a lot of times people only focus on children with autism, and adults. I mean, children grow up into adults with autism, and a lot of times, if you're not diagnosed when you're a child, it can be very difficult. And what I like about this guy is that he understands how to work with an adult who's on the spectrum, who's never been diagnosed before or has only recently been diagnosed. And like I said, he's the only guy in Houston who I could find. Everyone else, it's like 25 and under.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and so spoiler alert, I'm over 25.
I really think that as we learn more and more about all these different things, that the fields are going to open up a lot more, and it's not just going to be focused on this part of the population or this part of the population, but it'll start being a larger umbrella, more inclusive, and able to take uh, what we quote unquote a non-traditional patient,
Yeah.
and be able to work with them.
Yeah.
You know, because autism has only been studied in children and the young, and as you said, children grow up, so they this all needs to be tracked, and then we just need to learn.
Yeah.
And I look forward to the day when we've opened up a lot of knowledge on all these different things, and not just autism, but bipolar.
Yes.
It wasn't too long ago that bipolar was called manic depression,
which is not a good label. It doesn't actually
Mm-mm.
explain it very well.
And a lot has been learned.
Yeah.
And I am looking forward to just science learning a lot more about these things, and so it gives a lot more people a chance.
Agreed.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I mean, thank you, Laufey, for the AMA, but the fact of the matter is I plan, I've been wanting to talk about this, and awesome for Laufey for kind of asking the AMA and making it organic, because it's kind of hard sometimes to talk about this, because there's a stigma attached to it that doesn't need to be there.
It doesn't need to be there. I'm so frustrated with, let's just call it the stigma of everything.
Right, and a lot of times when people
mental health and that sort of thing, because it's what is so different about a physical, a mental, and emotional. It's all linked together in one person.
Yes. And Laufey said, I asked so you wouldn't get interrupted. Well, thank you. I appreciate that, dear. I really do.
Support. AOD support's very important.
People realize how much. Oh, it does. Yeah. AOD, you'd understand, my man. Yeah, it is rough. And unfortunately, people who don't know anything about autism, they think of Rain Man.
I think of Rain Man.
I think I just closed my windows. Oh, there. Yeah. Yeah, they think of Rain Man, and that's super rare. And bless Dustin Hoffman for a fantastic performance in that movie, but that's really not how it is for the vast majority of people on the spectrums. Anyway, I think for my comfort, I'd like to move on, but I do want to say thank you, all of you who've been supportive during this time and who continue to support me. Don't let it change how you interact with me. Don't. I'm not defined by that. I'm Steel.
Yeah.